What's good, y'all? This is your girl, JRose. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of the JRose Experience. On today's episode, I sat with Poetics and Fitzgerald the Poet, and we talked about the common themes in our art and how we prepare for performances. We also added some tracks to the JRose Experience mixtape during the Off the Top segment, so stick around because there's some great gems in today's episode. Keep growing, guys. Welcome to the JRose Experience. I'm your host, JRose. Welcome and thanks for tuning in. I'm super excited to introduce today's guest. He's a very good friend of mine. I've known him for a really long time. He's a spoken word artist. He's a community activist. He's an author. He's in production. He's just doing a million things, okay? He's from New York by way of Pennsylvania and is now in ATL. So he's a traveling man. So please give a warm welcome to my good friend Poetics.
What's up, J-Rose? What's going on?
I'm so happy to see you.
Yeah, I was excited about this interview.
Yes, y'all don't even know. I've known him for such a long time. And when he decided to move to ATL, I was so sad because I was like, I'm not going to see you perform anymore. But here I am interviewing you. I'm super hyped.
Congratulations, too, on your platform.
Thank you. No, you're doing a lot yourself, which I definitely want to dig into that. So I know you're a poet. You know, I've been following you for a long time. I've seen so much of your poetry. But now you're doing film.
Yeah, definitely.
So how did that even happen?
Man, just growing and wanting to push your boundaries, wanting to push your limitations. Then when you're around other dope artists like they have down here in Atlanta, it makes you want to push your craft to a different level. And so as I was doing more spoken word and wanted to get more intricate with my spoken word, I started to tell more stories. So when I get on stage and I start telling more stories, it made me like, yo, you know what? I want to bring these stories to life. I've always played with cameras. I've always had a background in production. I was like, yo, you know what? Let's bring them to life. So that's where we're at right now.
Really? And you're filming a movie right now.
Yeah, so
right?
We're doing, definitely. It's coming out soon. It'll be done probably by the end of the month. It's called Mama. It's a short film based off of spoken word, a 3-part spoken word story called Mama. It goes into community activism. It goes into police brutality. It goes into a lot of different experiences that happens in our communities. I'm really excited about it coming to life.
Now you've been a community activist for a long time, but that's also part of like your upbringing. I remember we've had conversations about this, how like your parents were very big activists. What was that like growing up in a household with parents that were huge activists?
Right. So my parents were really involved in the community in a lot of different realms.
Yeah.
My father was a teacher. He was in the New York City Board of Education. He taught there. He was also part of the, we had a Hebrew Israelite upbringing. And we also had a lot of Afrocentric, areas, Afrocentric communities. And so being a part of that gave me an understanding of who I am.
Yeah.
In terms of, my background, it gave me an understanding of brotherhood. It gave me an understanding of sisterhood. So bringing that into my spoken word, it gave me a connection to my spirituality. It gave me a spiritual inclination, which I'm able to write from. So that always excites me, being able to put those stories in it because my background does have those roots and those ties, so I can speak from those experiences. So it has a lot to do with how I've developed as an artist and my way of expression.
Do you think that there's a difference in like the activism that you saw growing up versus what you see now in 2020?
Yeah, definitely. If we think about a lot of the major movements that's happened in the past, they've always been a faith-based movement.
Okay.
So you have Malcolm X in the Nation of Islam. You have the Christian churches with Martin Luther King. There's a lot of movements that involve faith-based community. There were different communities, nations. There was togetherness when we had these type of shows of activism. We had the Black Panther Party. You had things like that. But nowadays, we address the situation as individuals. When we start seeing the Black Lives Matter, there's no faith-based movement. There's no connection. There's just what you they have a connection based off of their commonality versus the actual community. So I think that's one of the holes in the activism and protesting that we do today, because we stand behind a movement versus we stand behind a community. So I always saw that, because growing up, the one thing I saw beyond what was going on outside, what our connection to each one, our brothers and sisters that we saw every day, that we had empathy for because we knew what they were going through. That interpersonal connection, I saw more of that growing up than I see now.
Really?
Yeah. So now it's just like a following of a blanket movement, rather than actually riding for your brother or sister.
Like a trend. Like, let me do it because everyone else is doing it.
I mean, I hate to put it like that.
It's the right thing to do.
and that's how we move now. We're emotionally driven. So when you have a movement that strikes people with emotion, they're emotionally driven. So it's not all bad. But there's the difference between someone like going to bat for you because y'all are in the same situation, versus somebody going back for you because there's commonality and now it's become something that we should all
that's like
we should
popular.
all do. There's definitely gonna be a different outcome.
So you're launching a new website.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's really interesting because you were telling me about it, and it's like a member-based type of website. Please break it down for me, because it was a really cool idea and I love it.
So one of the things I think that we all struggle with as artists is the divide between art and business. We want to get our just compensation for our art. We want to be able to, have that interest in our own art. Because in a lot of production nowadays, you see the business is either capitalizes off the artist or exploits the artist in a lot of different situations. It's gotten better over the years, but we've all seen those situations happen. So me as an artist, I never wanted to get caught up in this capitalistic game. I wanted to stay away from the race and let my art speak for itself.
Okay.
Now, without, too much major production and major backing. I won't say major production, but major backing and major budget. I gotta do, my art the way I want to do my art.
Of course.
So what we kind of came up with, the idea was to introduce a members page. We plan on doing a lot of productions. The spoken word is there. We're gonna have the performances. We're gonna have the cameras out. But once you hear the spoken word, I want to bring it to life. So we're looking to do every single spoken word I put out. We're gonna do a visual to it. So the idea is to have the people who are fans, if you like what I do on Instagram or YouTube or anything like that, cool. But if you are supporting the artist, then come to the membership page, be a member. And then you get all the exclusive content. You get all of the interviews. And we have the content there. We interview, we talk, we go around, we make productions, we do different shows, just a bunch of things. And we have books and CDs available also. So we want to be able to bring the community in, create our members only community, and share art, support the artists.
That's really dope. That's a really great way to get people to, just even look at your content, and it helps you weed out the people that are like really there to support you and really there to like push you to continue putting your art out there, versus the people that are just saying,
and don't get me wrong, and don't get me wrong, because as an artist, you don't really want to. It's never about the money. It's never about the. You know what I mean?
The money's great. It helps, but
But let's be serious. We out here in America. In America, at Dollar Speed, there's a lot of artists who were in difficult situations when Corona hit. Because they shut down a lot of the gigs. So you got people that's making money strictly off of performances. Strictly off of hosting shows, and now their income is gone. And they were getting exploited in the first place because. If you're bringing in the crowd, if you're bringing in, you deserve, your just compensation. So just thinking about that and thinking about, your art and valuing your art. Like, I don't want to give it away for free. I don't want to just, toss it to the world. I want it to be exclusive. I want people to come to it. You know what I mean? So that was the idea.
I think the pandemic really put a lot of artists in a space where we really had to figure out how to salvage our art. And not depend on being outside around people physically. And it really made, you know, it was like a make or break time, I think, for a lot of us. Like, it was either you stay home and you cry about it because you can't go outside, or you make some shit pop off online so that everybody can still see what you're doing. And, you know, that's really what separated, you know, those resilient artists from those that aren't really ready to like, master their craft. Just,
like, on that note, they got to give a shout out to, you know, some of the artists that had platforms. Miss Carter, the poet.
Oh, yes.
She held it down and still holding it down.
Yeah,
Because me and her had a conversation one time. We both got rewarded by, I believe, by the owner of Cat's Cafe. We both got rewarded. Her name skips my mind at this point in time. But we both got rewarded with 2 trophies, and it was because our platform, our online platform, in the beginning. She's still going.
Yeah, she
done
is
raised
still going.
So much money.
She's raising money, like giving people, you know, helping artists get paid. And you know that's amazing.
And it's not like $50 saying like
she's giving like a couple $100. Yeah.
So big shout out to her. Big shout out to all of the artists that are still. There's a couple. I know their Instagram names, but there's yours truly, a poet named Superman. I'm Justin Patton. Mother the creator, she's holding it down right now. This is and don't
Atlanta's holding it down though, not for nothing. Atlanta and New York, I can't front. Like most of the poppin' like IG lives and all that are all like Atlanta based and New York based.
Can't forget Chi. Not gonna forget Chi. She's gonna be
Chi
mad at me if I forget Chi. But that's just to speak on like the community itself down here. You know what I mean? And they definitely held it down for Corona, and I think it's growing because of this is what people do now.
Yeah,
you're not
it's
going
a new
outside.
Norm.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like here we go. We out here doing spoken word, and now because you've been sitting down inside, getting in touch with your feelings for 4 months. Now you got some spoken word artists about to tell you about your feelings for another 4 months. So it's exciting. It's definitely cool out here. You know what I mean?
So true. I got a weird question for you because you know I got weird questions. You know I love shoes. So what? He's like, let me get a sip of water first. I don't know what she's about to ask. What is your favorite pair of shoes to perform in?
Oh man, my favorite pair of shoes to perform in?
Yeah, like some sneakers, some like combat boots.
Yo, to be honest with you, I'll tell you the sneakers. The shoes, honestly, I like just some simple. Like kind of like what I got on right now, some tennis shoes, these are Sperry's, but Vans is cool, Toms is cool, like something that's just real simple and basic. My all time favorite shoe to wear is Chuck Taylors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was the guy that had red Chucks, blue Chucks, black Chucks, gray Chucks. You know what I'm saying? So that was me for a while. But I'll say something about my performance. For probably like the first 5 years I performed, I would never perform anything other than camo fatigues.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know, like people know.
That's so true though. I remember when I first started seeing you, you were always in camo.
The camo with everything, you know what I'm saying? And then I started performing in different events, so I had to dress. Some events had dress codes.
Yeah.
So, I got away from it, but I still rock my camo.
He's always ready, just in case a war breaks out.
I have no idea.
I love it. So I know that you have some fire poetry for us.
I got a little something.
Yeah, you gonna share it?
Yeah. I'll do a piece.
All right, cool. All right, guys, we'll be right back with an amazing performance from Poetics. Yes.
I remember the ancestors, the hunters, the gatherers. It seems primitive, but I'm just reminiscing. See, before the power struggle, we had roles and purpose to fulfill. And I remember selfless contributions. I remember who was shooting in the gym and who wore the team flag. Before the Belgians divided the Hutus and the Tutsis. Before King Leopold collected the hands of the Congo. I remember who gave it all they had, who stayed true, who stood tall, toe-to-toe to the red, white, and blue. And when we were yelling, don't shoot, I remember who stood their ground when Trayvon went down, who took a stand when Sandra Bland went missing from action like the masses incarcerated. I hope the distance hasn't given you amnesia. What they wanted us to forget? This bloodline and the long list of legacies, the dynasties and the treasures buried deep beneath. So before this is all over, I Our freedom will be the new history. Before this is all over, they'll bow to a knee ever so humbly. This is Colin Kaepernick with the fitted hat backwards. Do-rags, wave caps, bring back the camo and the steel toe versus the suit and tie. Matter of fact, get fly how you want to. But when the script gets flipped, remember we said this. Remember the Alamo. Remember Jim Crow. Remember Plessy versus Ferguson. Remember Dorothy Counts. Remember heavyweight bouts. I remember Ali took on the government and went the distance. Pardon me, I'm just reminiscing, but I remember they called us 3/5 of men. From Angela Davis to Rosa Parks, I remember black women. See Stokely Carmichael, Huey rocked the fro. They preached politics, excuse me. Kwame Ture preached politics. And one thing about truth, it always shines the brightest. But in the middle of the night when things seem the darkest, I remember pain, passion, who sparked this. I remember swinging with our backs against the wall. I remember the last words of a dying man, stand tall. I can't fight this anymore. I remember the sacrifice. I remember being up at night. I remember the will, the might, the sit-ins that meant standing up for what's right. And when we marched on Washington, we didn't numb pain. We came, we tamed, be slain just to regain, rename, growls, fangs, howls, all in our Father's name. I remember Yahweh, connected to a higher power, all praises to it, all mazes lead into it. Intuition, that is. See, they changed the game when they introduced interest and inflation. Profit off the idea of capitalism, just another form of feudalism. The only difference is optimism. Oh my God. All these isms. But I see them, running in circles, doing the most. Take out your pens and pads, ladies and gents. I know it's a little early for final exams, but I want to reach you. See, we cling on to the idea of what it means to be successful, because they determine the physical value of the things they try to keep from you, like the elegance and the luxury and the class. And speaking of class, if you were determined to be lower, then you'll be regarded as last. And that's how the devil did it. He played with the ego of man and hoped that you would forget it. But I remember the light, the love, the grace, the mercy, the place, the peace, the promise made to the streets. I remember who gave it all they had and asked for the least. I remember who that there that make war with the beast. I remember the prayers before the feast, Father, hallelujah. I remember. Rebel.
Whether it's tax season, the holidays, or whatever falls in between, you want to make sure that you're being smart with your money. So go visit my girl, Queen Candace, at the Queen Blueprint to learn how to gain your financial freedom. You could get a personalized debt payoff plan, a full financial overview, and learn to repair your relationship with money. Smarter money moves are waiting for you at www.thequeenblueprint.com or call 877-387-BLUE. Use code JRose20 for 20% off of all our financial services. Welcome back to the JRose Experience. I'm your host, JRose, but of course you know that. All right, we have our next guest today. I'm super excited to introduce him to you. He is a spoken word poet. He is an entrepreneur. He is a newlywed. Congratulations. Please give a warm welcome to Fitzgerald the Poet. Yay! Welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
It's been a long time coming here.
Yeah. So you are born and raised in ATL.
Born and raised in ATL.
Your whole life.
Whole life.
Wow. That's pretty cool. Do you feel that like a lot of people out here aren't from?
Yes. I feel like a lot of people are out here and complain about being out here.
Okay.
But will not go back home for some reason.
So where are a lot of people from?
A lot of people we got a lot of New Yorkers. We have a lot of New Yorkers. And what New Yorkers, they're cool. You get two New Yorkers. You get the a-hole, or you get really, really cool.
Yeah.
There's no in between.
There's no in between.
There's no in between.
That's right, New York. We have no middle ground.
No in between.
Damn. So I was asking you earlier, when did you start writing poetry? And you gave me a very funny answer. So when did you start writing poetry, Fitzgerald?
Well, I don't write. For one, everything is memorized off the top. So it takes me about a month and a half to write a poem.
Wow.
Each stanza is repeated, I don't know how many times, and then on to the next stanza.
I don't know how you do that. Honestly, memorization for me is one of the biggest challenges as a spoken word artist. Because obviously there's a difference between poetry, being a poet, and being a spoken word artist.
Right.
Have you always had like a superhuman memory?
It's crazy because I don't have a good memory. It's crazy. Because like I could tell you a poem that I did last year, but I can't tell you where I was at last year.
Oh my gosh. That's so
Well, I wrote
crazy.
it at, none of that.
So, but it does take you a long time because it's all in your head.
Right.
Do you ever find, like, when you're performing, do you ever, like,
Always.
slip up and you're like,
Yeah,
so what, do you just grab another piece
Now,
from your
what
head?
happens is, my mentor always tell me, well, just kind of keep it rolling, and they may not notice. With me, you're gonna notice.
Yeah.
Like, I'm professional, but I don't know. Like,
You get stuck.
you're gonna notice.
Well,
Cause I need complete silence to think about, like, what did I say?
oh
and then
my
it comes.
gosh.
Yeah, but like right now, if you're not in my head and I forget, there was no more Fitzgerald the poet.
No more. So you're also an entrepreneur, you mentioned, and what was really interesting about your business is that it's a lawn service, right?
It's a lawn service.
You do lawn service, but it's for single moms, right? And it's like donation based?
It's not only for single moms.
Okay.
It's for everybody.
Okay.
But I cater to single moms.
Wow.
So
What made you start something like that?
It was funny story. It was really God's plan. I can only say that because I wouldn't have did it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have did it. I was literally out cutting grass at my friend's mom's house, and we didn't discuss the price or whatever. So as I finished it up, she sent her grandson out there to see how much I owe, see how much she owe. It's like God told me, they just tell her to give you whatever. And I was, oh, hold on, God. Like,
Yeah.
it's hot out here. Like, this ain't the time to be a
You're
Christian.
like, wait, God,
This
wait.
ain't,
You lost your mind?
this
Okay.
ain't the time to be, God, it's hot. I'm tired. I've been out here about a good hour and a half. And it seemed like that conversation went on for like 15 minutes in my head, but in reality, it was like 15 seconds.
Yeah.
I said, I guess tell her to give me whatever she wants.
Yeah.
But on something I would have charged $50 or $60 for, she gave me $100. I said, from that day forward, like, okay, see what you did there.
Yeah. Okay, God.
Yeah.
I see you.
So from that day forward, I was like, okay, well, yeah, a mission.
Wow. Do you find that you've like helped a lot of moms?
Yeah. Cause I say lawn care, but when I pull up, I didn't jump off cars, I didn't clean out cars, I didn't put shelves together, so.
Oh, so you use like a one-stop shop
Yeah.
for these moms.
Yeah, so now I'm pressure washing also.
Oh, wow. Oh, so you just
Yeah, I'm
out here doing the damn thing.
I'm trying to be like a just call me type thing.
Yeah. Just call me.
We're going to get it done, whatever it is, just call.
Yes. Now, you recently got married.
Yes.
Congratulations. What is newlywed life like? Because I have no idea what that's like.
It's beyond amazing.
Yes?
Yes.
Good.
Like, feel like in your heart that you found the one for you. Mm-hmm. And like every day it's like, this is cool.
Yeah. How did you know? How did you know like that was the one? Like that's it.
I met her 16 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, our first job.
Did you know then, or did it take 16 years to figure it out?
I did not know then at all. Yeah, we was 16 working at Crystal's.
Oh, fast food joint, right?
Right.
For those of you that don't know.
It's like a what's y'all think y'all got?
Is it like a burger spot?
It's what's the thing y'all have? Yeah, always correct us on it. It's just like it's crisp. It's little square patties.
Oh, White Castle?
There you go. Just like White Castle. Oh no, it's not like White Castle. Always. So yeah, it was at Crystal's, and I worked there for 2 years. I'm making $5.75 an hour.
Wow.
$5.75 an hour, and she was working there with me. We used to always flirt, laugh, ha ha, he he, a little more. Then I was always nervous to ask her out.
Oh, that's so cute.
So we did the whole boyfriend girlfriend thing at work. Then left work. I was just too nervous to ask her out.
What?
Yeah, so I left there when I was 18. Then life happens. Then she came back up. Well, I got married. Then I got divorced.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so this
Boy, he's just pulling triggers
I'm
like,
like-
you get a ring, you get a ring.
I'm 47 in real life.
Are you?
No. Yeah, but I had 2 sons, got married to her, we got divorced, then she came back up almost immediately.
Wow. Like timing, God's
Right.
plan.
And then I was still messing up. So we lost track again. That's when I got him into poetry right after my divorce.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is that what triggered? Is that what like was a divorce? What led you to start doing poetry?
I think so, because I always wanted to do it, but if you don't have nobody supporting you, you probably won't do it.
Yeah, no, that's true.
You're gonna doubt yourself 8 times out of 10. Like,
oh yeah, we're our worst critics.
Because I say something and she be like, "Oh, you doing this again?" Like,
yeah,
I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah,
but
you gotta have a partner that supports your craft for sure. It's a huge game changer.
Yeah, so when I got into it, my current wife, she started coming to shows and supporting me, and
Aww. And then he was like, "I see you. I got a ring for you, baby."
Yeah, so we kind of came back together like that. So I think like people who don't leave your life are there for a reason.
Go ahead, poet.
For a reason or a season, and she came for a reason.
There you go.
I thought it was a season. It was my mess ups. Oh, she here for a reason.
It's okay. Timing is everything.
Yep. So now we are phenomenal in love.
Oh.
And she supports me 100%.
She's what?
She supports me 100%.
That's very important.
On everything.
Good. Well, congratulations on that. I got a weird question for you though.
Yes.
What is your favorite? Cause I like shoes. I'm a big shoe fanatic. I love shoes. I worked in a shoe store for a very long time as a manager, so I have a lot of shoes. But what is your favorite pair of shoes to perform poetry in?
Favorite pair of shoes to perform poetry in? I have a pair red 11s, Jordans.
Okay.
Patent leather. I love them shoes. Like I'm looking for them now, as a matter of fact.
Okay, you heard. If any, you sneakerheads out there.
Sneakerheads, I need a red and white pair of 11s, patent leather. Please. It's going to be on JRose.
I love it. I love it.
Please.
Hit up Fitzgerald.
Those and Bo Jacksons. My two favorite shoes.
Classics.
I love them.
Mad classics. So I know you. Do you have like some poetry in your head for me?
Yes.
Cool. Are you gonna share with us?
Sure.
All right. We'll be right back with some off the dome poetry with Fitzgerald the poet. Please stay tuned.
Who am I? I am VIP. And yes, I get it. While I may not be a very important person to you, I'm a village-inspired poet to me. You see, that makes me part of this great culture. Nah, I'm the leader of this great culture. I'm an All Lives Matter t-shirt rocking, calling the cops for nothing, Trump supporter. Wait, you see, I ain't with none of that. I'm more of a black activist Facebook status after a wrongful black death. Call me Aubrey. No, call me George Floyd. No, call me Rayshard Brooks. Better yet, call me Breonna Taylor. Yeah, call me Breonna Taylor. Because her name doesn't get mentioned half enough. I know a lot of y'all might not agree, but see, I look deep into that case. And I don't think any of the officers involved deserve to be locked up. I think they should just apologize to Breonna. Face to fucking face. Or you can call me, unfortunately, the OGs in the Black Lives Matter victim category. Call me I Can't Breathe Mike Brown Black. No, I'm more of a butter pecan tan, Sandra Bland, eyes roll back black. No, I'm rushing to the store trying to satisfy the sugar high, so I grab my legendary black hoodie. Just to run down and get a bag of Skittles. Washing it down with the tallest can of sweet tea, only to find out that I be gunned down in the streets. Call me Dr. Trayvon Martin Black. Yeah, I'm that black. I'm every black movie scene. Nah, I'm every black person quoting the black movie scene. No, I'm every black person quoting the black movie scene. During that black movie scene, I'm my favorite black producer. My favorite black song. My favorite black poem written by Moody Black. I'm everything they say black men are. Hell, I'm everything they say black men ain't. I'm fearless. I'm brave. You see, I never claimed to be Superman. That was my kids. But with this pen, I'm heroic. I'm a dope ass line in the poem that King David was spitting up in heaven that made God stand to his feet and shout, go in, poet. Me. I'm that bar. I'm the positive hidden messages in them pages that y'all miss when y'all refuse to pick up a book. I'm what's created if Tupac makes a song with Biggie, featuring Nas, J. Cole, and had Erykah Badu and Lauryn Hill singing the hook. Nigga, I'm that amazing. If you're the boogeyman, I'm Wes Craven. Get it? I created and will destroy your type with nothing alike. See, you the carbon copy. But me, I'm legendary. Outcast. Split album. Love Below. Skip 1 through 6. Go straight to 7. And I am the prototype. Sing. What tiptoe to the sun. And do things. I know you like. I think I'm the continuation of the marathon Lauren London was talking about when Nipsey died. I'm the empty jail cells that would be if niggas learn to swallow their pride. I'm the Avengers go-to guy, but see, I already told you with his pen, I'm heroic. I'm who the Black Panther call whenever he gets in trouble. I'm Alex Trebek. I'm Jeopardy. Nah, fuck that. I'm the Black, this is a daily double. I'm voting in this election simply because I'm black. And black people die so I can vote. So yes, I'm voting and posting my I voted sticker on all social media platforms for the views and for the likes. Just so I can get that one random white person on my Facebook timeline to be like, well, who exactly are you voting for? Then I'll say loud, proud, ignorant as hell with all my might. Karen, if you must know, I'm voting for everybody fucking black like B-Rock to win Album of the Year. So I'm voting for my mentor because sincere is genuinely sincere, all about being sincere. I'm voting for Milk for being the realest and Papa Picasso for being the tallest, and I'm voting for Miss Carter to become the next hottest female spoken word artist. I am voting for, wait, Karen, did you somehow think that I was talking about their political views? No, sweetheart, I'm voting for black hairdressers, uplifting young black girls who call themselves ugly on YouTube. You see, I'm just a young black boy from Atlanta who's still voting for black men, not to become president, but to become great fathers, even though my father figure wasn't quite fitting for his fucking fulfillment. So who the fuck am I? You continue to ask what I will tell you. That in my wildest dreams, I become the character Tyreek. And my father plays ghosts. Notice I didn't say character because all my life my father has been ghost. The only thing he ever given me was my middle name, Fitzgerald. So I named myself Fitzgerald because I was taught to take the things you hate about yourself and embrace those things the most. So who am I? I am the next BLM victim. No. I refuse to be the next toe tag, Black Lives Matter victim. I am the next black superhero. No, I refuse to continue to try to save a country from a president who they voted to become president. So who am I? I look in the mirror and I see my father. No, I am definitely not my father. I refuse to admit that I was the only thing on God's mind when he created the man that created the eraser, noticing that him himself had made his first and only mistake. So who am I? You see, I am all of these things. Boiling over in God's picture-perfect pottery project of a pot. So I guess you can call me Fitzgerald the poet, whether I seem to know it, like it, or not. That's just who the fuck I am.
From the brand that redefines the chivalrous style of today's gents comes their exclusive Key to the City collection. I'm super hyped about this collection because no matter where we go with the JRose Experience, no matter what city we're in, I'm gonna be able to rep for New York and people gonna know where I'm from. Hit up Gent and Scholar to rep for your city, including keys to Atlanta, Chicago, DC, Houston, Los Angeles, Miami, New Orleans, Philly, St. Louis, and of course, New York. So head over to gentandscholarcode.com and use the discount code JRose10 for 10% off your purchase of $50 or more. Keep growing. Welcome back to the JRose Experience. I'm your host, JRose, and I'm here with both of my guests today. We're gonna have a little bit of a group discussion here, and then we're gonna play a game. So thanks for tuning back in. So fellas, we're going to talk about poetry, right? And we're going to talk about basically some common themes in your personal poetry. Do you ever take time to look at what you write about? And do you feel that you write about the same thing a lot? What is one of your common themes?
I'm like a storyteller. So I'd say a common denominator for me is my sons. So I write a lot about my sons. Even when I don't try to, it always comes back to my son.
Really?
Yeah.
That's dope.
And I just started writing like love pieces.
Okay.
Well, not writing, memorizing.
Yes.
Love pieces, and I have 2 erotic poems.
Ooh.
Yeah,
okay.
My mentor told me to be versatile, so if you're not versatile, you lose money, you lose opportunities, so be versatile in everything you do. So that's what I did.
Wow, what about you? You got some common themes?
Yeah. So Black liberation is definitely a common theme in a lot of my spoken word. I consider my spoken word to be a faith-based revolution. So I like to include spirituality, revolutionary thought, liberation, things like that. I've also, been told to be versatile. I haven't quite got there yet. I'm very passionate about those subjects, and that inspires me to write.
Yeah.
I have very recently wrote a love poem.
Okay.
But yeah.
Excuse me.
It's a love poem, yeah. But, because he doesn't see me perform and everything, so, but now I haven't gotten a chance to write an erotic poem yet. Not one that I published, maybe in DM or something like that. not that I put out there, you know what I mean?
Oh my gosh. Now, like, how important is it to, like, do you ever feel that, like, you run out of ways to express the same thing?
Right. So I've actually had this conversation with myself, you know what I'm saying? Because my writing comes from such a personal and passionate place. When you step back, sometimes you can kind of look like, man, I'm kind of beating a dead horse here. You know what I mean? One of the things that that's allowed me to keep going and bust through that was, like he's saying, becoming more like a storyteller. Because when you write, in the beginning, when I first did my spoken word, it got to a point where it just seemed like I was just like badgering, keep going over it. But when you flip it and you tell a story, you're able to reach an audience and strike different chords within them, because that story may resonate with an audience multiple different ways in that night. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the thing that I ran into with being on liberation so consistently. But yeah, I mean, you gotta be true to yourself as an artist, I feel like, you know what I mean? And although versatility is a very important thing as an artist, you know what I'm saying? You gotta find that balance of staying true to who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, you mentioned that you have, like, a mentor. How much of an impact has that made in your life as a creative?
I have 2 people I consider mentors.
Nice.
And that's made a very huge impact. One is Sincere, and the other is Milk.
My God.
Shouts out to VIP.
Shout out to Sincere Milk.
Yeah, that's my 2. Like, how I met Sincere was at a spot called Savoy Bar and Grill. And that was my first time ever performing. Sincere was like, man, I thought you're pretty good. Reach out to me. When you need something, talk, whatever. I'm like, all right, cool. But everybody always say that.
Yeah, people say that, but do they really mean it?
Right, so I didn't reach out to him because I was like, I don't really do this. I was just out here trying something. So I seen him again at another spot. He was like, you need to reach out.
Oh, shit. He's holding you accountable.
Right. So he was serious. Okay, cool. So I started reaching out to him. He introduced me to different spots, stuff like that. First time I met Milk, I didn't like Milk at all. Milk could tell you that. We walked in Savoy Bar and Grill. He was featuring that night. And I was over there chilling with Cynthia. And he walked in. Milk always carried like 97 bottles of water with him. For some reason. He always have like 97 bottles of water. And like,
gotta stay hydrated,
he drank like 80 of them before he performed. The other 9 when he performed, man. then like 7 afterwards. I don't know what it said about Milk, but Milk came in like real arrogant. Like, I used to hate Milk. I ain't gonna say I used to, but at that night I hated him. He walked in, he didn't say hello to nobody, he didn't say what's up to nobody. He walked in, went to his table, put out his 97 bottles of water. That's what he did. I'm like, who the hell does this nigga think he is? But as I start performing more, I like, okay, he was in his zone.
Yeah.
So
he
I'm
was
saying,
he was getting his mind right.
He was in his bag. He was in his bag, because when I go in, like, we was at Cat's Cafe at Miss Carter's spot Thursday. Shouts out to Miss Carter.
Shout out Miss Carter.
And my wife was like, you want to eat? No, I don't want to eat right now. I'm hungry, but I don't want to eat right now.
Yeah. You don't want to eat before you get on stage.
Like,
start burping, your stomach start hurting.
I'm already nervous as ever every time I perform. So after I finish performing, I'm like, okay, yeah, we can order this honey barbecue pizza now. Yeah, so, Bill's first words at his feature was, fuck your happiness. I said, yep, I don't like this nigga.
And now he's a mentor.
Now he's my favorite guy in the world, man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. How do you prepare for a performance? Like, how do you get your mind right?
Yeah, it's that zone.
Yeah.
You get into that zone. And I'm kind of real particular about, before performing. Real quick, I do want to shout out Sincere and Milk, because they are also 2 guys that really welcomed me in when I came down here to Atlanta. And I've seen Milk go through his pregame warm-ups.
His water ceremony.
Oh yeah, and his pace back and forth game is on point. He'll get focused, and then it's you don't talk to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and that's kind of like the same thing. How I like to get get ready for my performances. I get into a zone where you take yourself out of the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For a second, you just take yourself out of that position. So when you get on stage, it's like you're really just in your own element.
Yeah.
So that's the big thing. A good big thing is not eating. I'll eat early, and it's just water from a certain point on after that. You know what I mean?
But you don't write anything down. So what kind of like mental exercises do you do? Do you play like memory cards and
What I do is that day, I pick the 5 poems or 6 poems, however many poems I'm gonna do, and I say them the whole day.
The whole day.
The whole day, because I know I don't have a paper like, hold on, y'all.
Yeah, or like your phone.
Yeah,
you know?
so it's like I say them the whole day. Like 2 weeks ago, I wrote my first poem. And I had to write it down because I'm working on my first book now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I had to write it down for my book, and I emailed it to myself.
Well, you gotta.
Right.
You can't just say the book.
Hey, I mean, audio. We got some audio books out there.
But it's gonna be an audio book.
Yeah.
So, cause I don't like reading poetry books, I can't tell how you said it.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's true.
And a lot of the
So when you open my book, it'll be me performing that piece.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? So
Hold on. What you said though? Like you performing it when you opened it? Okay. All right.
So it'll be a autobiography of me growing up and whatever, and what space I was in when I wrote this poem.
Oh my gosh,
And
that's so dope.
Then you hit play, and then I perform that piece.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to read like, then the girl said, no, I was yelling right there. I was mad.
There's an exclamation point there.
Yeah, so that's what I'm working on right now.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Is dope.
Because so much of the art is tonality and presentation.
Absolutely.
Right. To get that point across. Now, that's
yeah.
dope. That's dope.
And I definitely noticed it too, like when I revamp pieces and I try to I'll speed it up in a different place and I change the cadence somewhere else and I'm like, oh, that sounds better. Well, you can't read that.
Right.
You can't look at a paper and know that
you can only
this
read that.
is how I want to say it.
And that's
I sped up right here, and then I slowed down right here. I was yelling right here. You reading the whole thing and then she said,
right. That's not the point. That's actually what pulled me to doing the production.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To taking it that step further. Mm-hmm. I want you to not only feel what I'm saying, but now I want you to be connected to it. You're experiencing it. You know what I mean? Right there. So the art form, just the level you could bring it, is definitely a beautiful thing.
Shouts out to Sabrina, because Sabrina I don't know if you've seen it or not, but Sabrina just did one. It's hella crazy.
Wow.
Her visual, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
You
hella
see how
crazy.
these
That's
artists.
dope.
Let me
It's
tell you
hella
something.
crazy, man.
This season, like so far, the poets that I've like interviewed, everybody shouts out somebody else. Like, people don't come here on this set and just want to talk about themselves the whole time. There's so many people that have come to the set and have said, you know, I owe thanks to this person and shout out to that person. And I think that's super dope that you guys not only support each other like outside in your events privately, but like in a public forum like this that's gonna be seen nationally. You're shouting each other out. That's so dope, and I love that.
It's pretty cool because, you know, me and you, we go back when we was working in New York.
Yeah.
So coming down in here, I got a first-hand look at the community and how they welcome you in and how they show love and how they support. And even, you know, there's always gonna be a level of competition when you're in the same craft, the same art form. But even within that, there are people that support you and will show love, come to your shows, give you an opportunity. So shout out Camila. She put on 2 plays that she had us in.
Oh, that's dope.
She
Sold
puts
out.
on. Last night she was at Fusion, sold out. So she's been doing a great job of just expanding the platform, expanding the culture, and also Dichotomy. He was a dope ass guy. He gave me my last feature, not my first feature, but my last feature
before COVID.
Corona.
Before Corona. Everyone has a life before Corona.
Pre-Corona. Crazy thing is, we was gonna shut it down because that was like 2 days before they shut down the city.
Ooh.
He was gonna shut it down, but me and him were talking. We ended up going along with it, and it ended up being a dope show.
Nice.
And, you know what I'm saying? He did his thing also.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's an amazing community.
I love it.
Yeah.
You guys want to play a game?
Yeah, you know, we could definitely do that.
All right. It's time for Off the Top, our random game segment where we get to pick a game and play and be creative and all that good stuff. So y'all ready?
I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous. Come on, you just got married.
No.
You should not be nervous of anything.
Super nervous.
Come on, will you do the honors? What's it say?
Mixtape.
Mixtape. Put it up. Hold it up. Yes, I like this game.
We gotta pick a song. I'll let you. Yeah.
I'm gonna explain it. We'll be right back so we can play some mixtape.
Mixtape.
From the artist that brought you the debut solo album Gemini comes a new EP. J-Bada presents his sophomore solo project titled Indian Summer, The Prologue. Written and produced during one of the most unique and impactful years of our existence, 2020. Check out this EP full of good intentions, positive lyrics, and a unique flow. Listen from your favorite streaming platform today. For more music from J-Bada, follow him on IG at J-Bada Music.
And we're back, and we're gonna play mixtape. Are y'all ready?
Yep.
Dope.
All right. First scenario. What song defines your rebellion?
Sheesh. Off top, huh?
Right.
Repeat the question.
What song defines your rebellion?
You wanna go? I got one, but it's not gonna be one that you kind of expect. For
Okay.
Sure. And you gotta go back, so we going with Tracy Chapman.
Okay.
Crossroads.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure. Y'all go put it on YouTube and go see it because it's not a rowdy, but it's a real deep expression of rebellion and where it comes from for her. So yeah,
Ooh,
Crossroads. Tracy Chapman.
Good choice. How about you? What's your rebellion song?
Let me see.
Think of an artist you like.
Artists I like, J. Cole.
Okay.
I can't think of the song, but I can think of the this is where he was running through the field. The video. He's running through the field. I can't think of the name of the song.
Escaping.
Ah.
I can't think of the song.
Can we get some YouTube help?
All right, we'll go to the next question. All right. You have loud, obnoxious neighbors living upstairs. What song do you play at high volume to get back at them?
Oh, I don't.
What's the song? My kids love this song.
Your kids love the song?
Yeah.
Who sings it?
How's it
I
go?
think it's Lil Jon. It's Lil Jon. I can picture the video.
Everybody knows the visual.
Dun, 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 dun. What song is that?
Is it like a club song type of?
It is.
Like a shot type.
It's something like that.
So it's probably like a techno like kind of remix to a hip hop song.
It is.
Okay.
It's like a little techno.
Damn, Lil Jon doing songs like
Yeah.
that.
Turn down for what?
Turn down for
That's
what?
That's what it is.
Talk about phone a friend. Here we go.
Turn down for what? That's what
Turn
it is.
down for what? No doubt. That'll-
Like,
That's a good
it
one.
starts off like dun 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 dun. Like, shut up. Turn
That's a
down
good
for what?
one. That's a good one to annoy your
That video
neighbors.
looks like it's ignoring the neighbor.
What's your neighbor? What's your song?
Man, I might be showing. You know, I don't think I'm too old, but we're gonna go back a little bit. I'm gonna say DMX's whole first album.
The whole first
The
album.
whole first album, just let it
All
run.
barking.
Y'all gonna make me. I was told it.
Yes.
Actually, you know what? That's on the second album, but y'all get the point.
Anything DMX.
Anything DMX. Oh, we turning up.
I hear that. All right. I got one for y'all. Y'all ready? It's all over now. You didn't think it would end this way, but you're nearly dead. What song plays as your life flashes before your eyes?
Yo, you probably tired of going first. He's like, yo, you gonna have to say something, bro. All right, so my whole life is flashing before my eyes, and I'm going out on this song. Oh man. Ooh, Chiwali Wali. Say no. My last song, I probably won. Bone Thugs and Harmony. See you at the crossroads.
Another crossroads.
You won't be long.
All right.
Yeah,
I could definitely see that.
like that.
Mine's be it's not really a song, it's an intro.
To
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
He hitting the pearly gates like, so I looked at my home. That's how he it is.
he's like,
I'm finally here.
he's in the Running Man while he's dying.
He said that.
I mean, he lived the good one. You know what I'm saying? Woke up to the pearly gates. Like, yeah, all right.
All right. Well, I got another question. All right. You are righteously quitting your job and throwing a cheeseburger at your shitty boss. What song is playing?
Fuck that shit that you talking.
Like that shit.
I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, man.
I wish I had it. I wish I could play it with a speaker. You fired. Fired? Fuck that shit that you talking. Get out the blue.
Word,
And throw a cheeseburger.
Just
too.
throw a cheeseburger.
So I'm throwing a cheeseburger at him, and I'm quitting, right? DMX's whole first episode. I'm gonna say NWA, fuck the police.
Oh shit! I don't know why I knew you were gonna say that song.
Going full out of here. They don't even gotta be the cops. I'm just,
That's actually a great song. All right, last question. What album or song would you listen to during the passionate creation of your first masterpiece?
I'm gonna name my favorite album, which is I got two favorite albums. T.I. Trap Music, and then Drake, So Far Gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those are your
That was my two.
okay.
Okay, so now it's the revealing of my masterpiece.
As you're creating your masterpiece.
As I'm creating my
In
masterpiece.
your zone.
Oh man. So when I'm in the process of creating anything, lately I've been getting into kind of like the megahertz and like the different vibrational energies because it affects how you feel. It affects how you move. So I've been getting into that. So I think it's like 432 megahertz is a meditative state. So I try to get into that. But what I do while I'm creating, I listen to other spoken word artists. I listen to some of the old deaf poetry. I listen to this is gonna be funny, but I listen to a lot of rap battles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Freestyle battles,
You
URL,
got rap battles?
smack, huh?
You be on rap battles?
Do I be on rap battles?
I love it.
I mean, yo, you know what I'm saying? I can
So
spit- I can spit a little something.
that's your what you listen to while you're
that's the
creating.
aura. Oh yeah, and before them battle rappers, just the creativity and their wordplay, and I love their energy. So it helps me write my spoken word for sure.
All right. Well, there you have it. Another JRose Experience mixtape. So I have one last question for you guys. I ask every single guest that comes onto the show. I have this belief that creative people are like mutants. We have like superpowers. We can do things that other people cannot. So I want to know, what is your superpower?
What's my superpower?
My superpower. Well, I consider myself, in all honesty, an alchemist. I manifest my life. You know what I mean? I created this for me. Everything that I'm living right now is either what I created or in the process of creating the life I want for myself. You know, we was in New York together, and we were doing spoken word together, and I was traveling out to the Queens to come see you, and now I wanted to be in Atlanta, and I think that was actually the last show I did up north, and I came down here, and I've gotten, you know, linked up with some great people, and I'm just pushing my dream, my reality to as far as I could take it.
Nice.
So I like to consider myself an alchemist.
Ooh, like that.
I think my superpower is not letting anything get to me. Like, you'll never see me outside this character right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if I get mad, you won't know. If I get sad, you won't know. It's just, you're going to get this right here every time. Like, even when I'm at work, I'm a supervisor at my job now. So when they do something, like, come on, bro, like,
Yeah.
it's like, I found myself last Friday frustrated because we was behind, and I was like, oh my God. I'm like, hold on, this ain't Growing Pains Lawn Care.
Yeah.
And like, I had to pull myself back because I don't like getting out of character.
Yeah. Nice. I think you have another superpower too, memorization, because I don't know how you do it.
Sure.
Thank you guys so much for joining me today. It was a complete pleasure meeting you for the first time and seeing you again. It's like reunited with like my friends. I love it. I miss it. But it was amazing having you guys. Please tell the audience where they can find you.
Cash App.
Nah,
You can follow me at Fitzgerald the Poet on IG, Facebook, and Cash. I wasn't playing, but it's FITZGERALDTHA, not an E. The E is for my energy I keep for myself.
Ooh.
To get back to y'all. All right.
I love that.
The Poet.
No doubt. You can find me on Instagram at _poetics. That's _POETIX. Also, you can catch out the website, which is www.impoetics.com. That's impoetics.com. And although, you know, it's a joke, but definitely support the artists. Especially support the artists, support the art. We'll be opening up our membership only page for all productions and for all future performances. So definitely support the artists. That's impoetics.com. So yeah, appreciate you for having me on.
Thanks. And guys, of course, you can follow us on IG at JRose Experience. You can tune in to all the episodes on the Rose Garden Events Facebook and YouTube channel. Both. Subscribe, follow, do all that good shit. And you know me, your host, JRose. You can follow me on the gram at My Crumbled Thoughts. Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. Keep growing. Peace.